Of all of the things that I have experienced, I really do thank God for giving me my longevity out of my marriage of a person that has been my friend for a total of 40 years, toiling scar. And I ask God to help me to be able to go over these things that is elastic and esteem one of the most phenomenal men that I have ever met. I thank God for giving me my own Collier. A lot of people like to call him Scar in America because he was scarred for life of all of the things that happy excitement of understanding
If I ever had any epiphany,
what it
excuse me
takes
for
to
being
make it
saved
in
and
this
saying this
life.
because we do not
And
allow
my
our
son was
children
able
to
to meet
listen to
him.
this. And
And
all
I
of the
thank
things that
God
I
that he
have
has
happened in the
raised
past, present, and future,
the
I see why
epiphany.
God has given me the epiphany in
And
order for
I ask
myself to be
God to
able to
help me
be
to be
enthralled
able
of all of
to
the
get
things that
through
are
these
happening in
things
this
and to
life.
make it to be
This is something
clear
that I have been
about
struggling
what's
on the
one
answer
term, what's
for a very long
Landry,
time. I don't
and
think that it
what's
is a
in
great
the
time for
pillow
me to be
note
able to
of
see
the
my magistrate
rivalry
because of the
part
things that are
that we do
happening in
have.
this life. I
You know,
want you
it's
to be
just
able
that
to
I'm
see
trying
exactly
to
what it
figure out
takes for
how
myself to be able to be
to
enthralled
be a
about a
classic
person trying to
person about these
initiate a
things
circle
and
round. That's what I call
what
an
it takes to
initiation
make it
of
in this
mess. If
miracle.
there is something
And I
that I
know
would
that
have
God
been
has
able to
given
do,
me
I do see where
everything
it's casted for myself to be able
into
to be in
the
point
road
about those
system.
things that has happened in my life
And
before, during, or
when I
after
look,
the
I said,
epiphany.
how can
If I
I
ever
be
had
able
a
to see
wrongdoing, it
myself
is not
as
his
being
fault.
a classic
It is her fault
experience
because she walked in the room and
of
had an
all of the
emotion.
things that are
From
happening
what I
in
know,
this
she
life? I
has been
thank
married
God
for
for
a total
giving
of
me
20 years,
the
well
classic
endowed, and has a
views of the things
financially
that are
stable
happening
husband.
in my
What is the
own
real
foyer.
reason why every person around here
Sometimes
is
I
trying to
get
tell me to say
confused
something
about
to
who
her to
I
get her in
am,
trouble? That's
and I
not what it is
realize
that
that
I'm
there is
trying
a
to
form
do.
of reality that takes place
I'm
with
trying to
just
see
a
myself as
conversation,
being a
and you
elaborate
be
person
wanting
that is
yourself
always
to be a
going to
part
be
of all of
clear
those
about
things
those
that make
things.
you who you
If I
are,
was called
and
something,
you
it would be
realize
a
that there is a
Wolverine.
form
If
of
all of the
reality
things that
that
are
takes
happening in
place
this past,
when
present, and future, I'm
everybody
going
wants
to
to be a
continue to know
classic
that there
view,
is something
and
that
no
is
one
constantly happening
has
in
to
this
hold
life
his or
because of
her
the
class
passionate things
anymore
that are
because
happening
we've
in
made it
this
to
foyer. I did not see
the
anything coming
aesthetically
out of that, and I
extreme, and
thought
what
that
it
I was the one that
is
was
it that
going to be
you would
pure and
do
holy for
to
the
be
things that
able
are
to
happening
see
in this
exactly how it
particular
is in a
life.
performance level.
In my past,
And
I
every
realized that
person
there is a
cannot be
form of
on that
reality
level.
that
That's what
does
I
take
was telling
place.
them.
That when you say that you are
And
spiritually married, you have to have the fear of
I
God in you
know
in order for yourself to be able to be made
that I've
lame
never been upset
about these
about
things that
these
has
things, and
happened in
I've
this
always
life.
been
I
clear
want you to be able
about
to
a
clear
spick and
what's going
span
on
marriage,
and
and
be
I
able to
think
see exactly why the official momentum is here because of what
Shirley
would be the
Knox has
secure
gotten
moment for
married to
us to be
Chris
able to
Miller
be interred for the reality that's
without
taking place.
the interviews, without
If I was the
the
one that did you like
pictorials,
that, it
without
would
the
be so many
club,
emotions and heartfelt
without the
because of dirty
party,
ways. I
with
feel like that there is a
family,
form of
with
reality
culture,
that takes place when
with
you are in a
life, with
fortress and you see
reality,
that there
because
is
she showed
somebody
him
that's
with
giving you a
the
castrative into the stage of
circumference,
enlightenment.
with the
I have never
dome,
in my
with
life been
the
so appalled about
clearance,
this
with the
subject, and I really
holder,
am sticking
that
to
it
it
is
because
something
being
that you
married
could do in
spiritually
order for
or
yourself to
on
be able
paper
to be made
is
whole
something
and
that is
well.
made from God,
And
and
when
you would
you
have
see
to be
how
able
God
to
develops
make your
you and the
decision on what
story
it is
blows
that you
up,
want to do.
the story blows up,
If
and
I
you get
had
to
a
be who
reason for
you are
myself
in
to
a
be able to be
magnificent
known of
way.
this, I will
Just
always
like when
set
I met
characters where
Master P, I never
characters
knew
is
that
supposed to
his
go
brother
because I
was
am
going
not the
through
one
so
that's
many
going to be
things
able
with
to
my
be
uncle,
esteemed about those things that
a
are happening
lot,
in this
and he
life that is
used most of his
fortress in
money
and
to
out.
get him. I'm telling you, you
I
got
will
some
always
clout
remember
on
how
that day.
God has plateaued
It
me
didn't even take
to be
24
able to
hours to
stand
come
up and
up
be
with
the
the
person
subject
that
I
I am
decided to kind
without
of
all
go
of the
ahead on with
stress
his
and
wife.
cabalist of the spurs
And
that
I
are
know that it's
happening.
a lot of stuff that
My
could be
friend
done to
looked
be
at me
able
and
to
said, "Do you
see
see anything wrong with
in the
this?" And I
clearance
said, "What's
of
wrong?"
time.
And
But
he
I'm going to tell
said
you
he
something.
did
It is
something
not
20
nothing
years
that I
ago and he
can
didn't think
do
that there was a
in order
problem.
to keep
I said,
myself
"Did you guys
together, because
elope?" And
there's
he
a lot of
said, "No." I
things
said,
that
"I'm
can
not going to play
happen
games here. I'm
in
getting out
this
of here
particular life.
because I don't want to mess up my opportunities." He said, "No
And I'm going to
opportunities will be
continue to
messed
keep
with."
myself
What are you talking about? I said, "It
flowing in
always
God's
ends like
realm
that.
and
The last
realize
time we
that
had a
there is a
big old,
force
huge
of
debate
reality that does take place.
about
And
why I was
it's
the
a lot of
one
people that
that
want
was
to
going to
grow
be in care
and be
of a
clear
reason. And when I
about
looked, I
certain
said I didn't
things.
think
And
it
when
was
you
fair
look
for me to be able to see myself as
and
being
see,
a Lakeland
you see
tour.
why you are
So
who
I
you
said,
are.
okay, I was called a name, and I said, well, that's not the truth. I said, whatever's going on with the bottom don't have anything to do with the top. I said, do you think I'm well proportioned? And she said, yes. I said, well, what is the real reason why you're finding me guilty of all these things when you're the one initiated that? Today we had another discussion about it, and I said, well, I don't have anything to do with those type of emotions that he accepts out of you. I really feel like you should stop with the conversation, because it's not like it is me that is giving a portion of my life into the inadequacy reality. If there was someone that was going to be a foyer of the exact momentum, what would make you think that this is possible for you to be able to see that you are being legal to do what it is that you are doing? And if this was Castro or any other momentum of life of enlightenment, how would you feel if somebody did you like that with your marriage or your foyer? I feel like you're not giving him the full potential. If something happened, then we need to be able to pray to stay away from those type of indelicacies, because there is a difference in the law and there is a difference in the time of passing. I'm going to continue to keep myself in a conscious, wise mannerism. In this sexuality, you see why there is a perfect 100%. I'm always going to be the one that's always looking to be reluctant about the things that are happening in the past, present, or future. I realize that there is a form of reality that is taking place and things are changing with me telling the truth. I want you to know that if there was something for me to do, I'm not trying to push her to get beat up either, but her husband heard what I said. So when he heard what I said, he said, okay, well, that's a natural flower, sister. No one is ever going to be apart about the things that are happening in the reality of a real custo. If there was something that you could believe, is there anything that I did wrong to be able to get treated like this? In my own mainstream, I asked, could I be able to be released from this conversation? Because I feel like it's going to go somewhere where I don't want it to go, and it did. In my own force and reality, I feel like she don't have nothing to say to me about what it is that I'm supposed to be doing. And if that was something to be in exact, I really feel like that there is a form of reality that does take place in this own conjugacy of faith. In this time, in God's allowance, I see how I'm going to be able to continue to keep myself together, how we are weak in the system and how we need to strengthen in this area, because just because you're in a private church or church, your life is private. I'm giving myself a great epiphany to know that the world church does not do these things. I will continue to keep myself together. I am going to continue to keep myself in the laughter of everything that is happening about this scenario, because now I'm being made fun of about how to be a person that is going to stand up for his or herself, even if he says something and I'm saying something, because I've been knowing this person for so long and I had so many plans. I want you to be able to leave a comment in the comment area below. Please subscribe to my channel, and thank you so much and have a good day.